My childhood, my father was very keen on art. He was a teacher. He did his PhD in London and then he went to Europe. He saw all paintings. He saw a lot of Da Vinci and he bought a little picture which of the Last Supper. And I must have been 4, I suppose, or 5. I kept seeing this picture, and then finally I attempted it. Made that size with a pencil drawing, and it was horrible. So I took it to my dad and I said, Daddy, what happened? Why can't I draw like that? So he said, I'll tell you. So he got a little sheet about that size. He reduced the total picture to its bare essentials without being very technical about it. So-and-so Christ is here, this is Judas. When I sent in my resignation, the bank was absolutely surprised because everybody, very few people get into the bank in this kind of a way, This is not a cheap decision for more money or for anything else. In fact, if I do take it, I would be embarking on uncertainties, and here I am. I mean, if I really want to paint, and I really did want to paint, I was painting even when I was in the bank. They knew it also. This was no secret. They were very proud of the fact, in fact. So that's how it happened. And outside there were my 4 buddies. There was Hussain, Bal Chawda, Gaitonde, Tayyab Mehta, and beckoning to come out. And I said, and when I did finally come out, the first thing that happened was he took my necktie off, and I said, you won't need this again. We were already friends, and it grew from that. And I had a show in Bombay. There was a man that appeared and shook hands. He was a very pleasant man, and he was one of the Wadias, naval Wadia, in fact, and he became a good friend of mine. And somebody else from the Tatars was there and said, oh, there's never come in to see your work. Nobody else was there. In that exhibition which I had, I sold only one painting. And one may think it's not very encouraging if you're launching on a career, then just to sell one painting for 500 rupees is not all that much, But 500 was 500, and I was very encouraged. Not many people sold for 500. And after that, the saga of painting begins. I mean, it's been an incredible life. Then I was in Kanpur and Madras. I had a long session in Madras, which I loved very much, and got to know a lot of wonderful people amongst the musicians, Bala Saraswati became a very, very close friend of ours, and my daughter was then just about then in bloom, coming out for dancing and so on. All these relationships in art, I found, whatever the price, whatever the money, wherever the money ever came in, it never overshadowed friendship and decencies, you know. I'm 97 and I can really turn around and say that I made no enemies, you know, which is quite a certificate in this country. After I finished with the customs, I went out, the whole row of artists, the top Pakistani painters were there and everybody, and to receive us. And I was with a delegation at that time. It was their first Triennale. Satish Gujral, my friend, said, "Tu nahi jana?" You know, I said, "No." He said, "Badi mushkil." I said, I'm your boss." So he said, "No, you do." And he said, "If you don't buy the ticket, I'll buy the ticket." So the ticket was bought not by this procedure here, you know, but he bought my ticket and so on, and I went along. So why not? I knew all the chaps anyway. So I got there, and when we stepped out, they were giving packets of money to everybody who was there for petty expenses. And subsequent to that, I've been back to Pakistan for one or two other exhibitions or something like that. I would say, of course, I'm doing I've done bandwalas actually, a whole lot, but it's another generation which has come to see the bandwalas, and they haven't seen the trucks, and I've painted more trucks than there are trucks. I mean, the whole fleet of them which I've painted, and that came in soon after partition. Nobody teaches you that, or even tells you that painting is a very painful affair, and the bigger it gets, and if you, I mean, like the Moria mural which I did, which took maybe 4 years, you know, to do. It's altogether a different kind of thing, but also it happens when you've got the necessary will. And you know you've done it before. What else can happen? Dekhi jayegi. This Moria mural is actually it's something to be studied as a whole project, not odd little bits. The mural was there was me, there was this fellow Sardar. He is now in Bombay, and he didn't know where his footing was going to be and so on. So he got a steady foot there, and he's doing pretty good work. This is a huge project, you know. You can't do only that much and then say, okay, this is no good. It'd be awful. And it's a public project. Manjeet Baba was there, Manjeet was there. He said, Paji, main karna? I said, kar le. Go on to it. And if I don't like it, I'll take it down. So he says, oh, ta hai. This kind of love and empathy with people is very important. Nobody is above everybody. Nobody is below anybody. The centrality is the work. And art, music, poetry, they stay.